Hello and welcome to Dubai Life. My name is Shaban. In this video, I'll talk about attestation of documents in Dubai for official use or for official purposes. If you watch this video to the end, you'll learn the meaning of attesting documents in Dubai, why documents are attested, who needs to attest documents, which documents need to be attested in Dubai, for what purpose and how, and the whole process of attesting documents from start to end, step-by-step process of attesting documents. If you desire more information about life in Dubai, most likely maybe you are new in Dubai and you can't find the information, or the information is so complicated, subscribe to this channel. This is where you get information that is digested and easier for you to understand. And if you have any question about anything about Dubai, about life in Dubai and UAE in general, leave your comment in the comment box. We shall get back to you as soon as possible. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. Let us get started. Let us start by defining attestation of documents. If you've heard of it, someone told you or someone asked you if your documents have been attested. What is attestation of documents? I'll explain attestation as official verification of documents as true, legitimate, or authentic as per the government of the UAE or the government of Dubai. It is the process used to qualify something, to qualify a document, to qualify a certification, to qualify a transcript, and say this is legitimate, this is authentic, this is accepted, this is true copy or a true certification. A person legitimately or genuinely got this qualification. Otherwise, without that procedure, no one can prove that you have a valid, legitimate, true copy or true certification from that institution you're claiming to have got it from. The next question would be, which documents need to be attested and maybe why? We shall look at why first, later, but let's see which documents need to be attested. And the documents that need to be attested depend on the purpose for attestation. That's why I'm saying let's look at what and then we shall look at the why. Number one will be the academic qualifications. This is the most attested document in the United Arab Emirates or in Dubai. For one reason or another, or at one point in your life, if you live long in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, you may need to attest or to present attested transcript, an attested certificate of your academic qualification. For academic purposes, it's recommended to attest the certificate and not the transcript. You know the difference. If you're qualified for anything or if you have any academic qualification, you know the difference between a certificate and the transcript. It's recommended to attest the certificate. If it's a degree certificate, not the transcript. If it's a master's, bachelor's, a diploma, do attest the certificate copy and not the transcript. Yes, there's been variations in what some companies are asking for, but you will be, if you have money to do both, you do both the transcript and the certificate. But if you want to do one, it should be the certificate and not the transcript. Other documents that may be required to be attested in the United Arab Emirates or in Dubai are commercial documents or commercial certifications, like a certificate of incorporation, Memorandum of Understanding, article of association. For example, if you're starting a new company or you're partnering in a new company, police clearance, powers of attorney, and others. Those are some of the documents that may need to be attested at one point for some reason. The third category will involve personal documents. Personal documents like marriage certificate, birth certificate, death certificate, divorce certificate. For some reason, these may also need to be attested, especially if they are not from the United Arab Emirates. If they are from United Arab Emirates, you may need only one stamp or not at all. But if it's outside of the United Arab Emirates and the process is going to happen in the United Arab Emirates, then you need to have them attested. Why is attestation required? Who needs attestation? Like, when do we need to have documents attested? Let's break it down. Let's start with the employment part of it. If you get a new offer or a job offer from a company, job levels 1, 2, 3 will require a certified document, attested document of qualification to prove that you qualify for that position. In this case, you'll need to attest your certificate, your degree, your diploma to prove that it is legitimate before they can process your work permit. 2, If you get a promotion in the company, you started at entry level where you didn't need attested documents. Now you have a promotion and this has to be changed in your visa. Again, you need to present your qualification attested. You started as a cleaner, now you're going to be a manager or supervisor. At this point, for the ministry to change your visa status, your visa profession, they need to have attested qualification to prove that you qualify for that. In case you need to apply for a visa for a dependent, in this case the document will be a marriage certificate if it's for your wife, a dependent, and for a child will be a birth certificate if you want the dependent as a child to be sponsored on the visa. For that visa to come out, you need to present a document that proves your connection, your dependence to this person whose visa you're applying for. In case you want to obtain higher education in the United Arab Emirates, you have a diploma, you have a degree, and you want to go for a master's or PhD, in this case, one way of confirming that this first qualification is legitimate, it's legal, it's authentic, it's true, from the institution you claim it, that you get it from, you need to have it attested. Then the process of application and getting the residence visa and the student's visa will only happen if you present a attested copy of that qualification or those qualifications. You may get the offer of the new degree or PhD or master's, but before you present that attested copy, you may not proceed to the visa and starting the entry or the intake. Other reasons may vary from getting a loan, from opening up a bank account. Those may vary. Some places required, some places are not required. When you're claiming inheritance of a property, maybe your parents passed away or your spouse passed away, and you want to claim inheritance, then you may have to present some documents that will be attested. If you're taking over a company, like inheritance of a company or takeover or merger or purchasing something like a big asset, also you may need to have attested documents. Different documents can be attested according to your requirement. So the process may be the same, but the document varies from the purpose. Let us look at how you can get your documents attested for processes or for government processes in the United Arab Emirates and in Dubai in particular. 1. What documents do you need? The first thing you need is the document that you're going to attest. In this case, the original, then make a copy of it. I suggest you make a color copy when you're going to do attestation. All the testing will happen on this copy and not on the original. The stamps will go on the copy, and that's what you will have to present. You'll keep it and also later make a copy if you want to distribute to different organizations. But all the attestation process will happen on a copy, but you have to have the original also. So original goes with a copy. You also need identification, like national ID, passport, to confirm that you are the person who owns these documents. If you're going to send someone else to do for you, maybe they'll have to keep a copy of your ID, your passport, to prove that you allowed them to go and do it on your behalf. 3 is proof of payment. At different levels, you need to show that you paid for the service. So, as we shall see, different certification levels need to be paid for, and there's a fee that is standard, so you need to show proof that you have paid before you can get that certification. Otherwise, you'll have to go back, do payment, show proof before you can get that attestation level passed. Now let's get into step-by-step process of attesting documents for the United Arab Emirates and for Dubai. The process slightly differs from country to country, and some countries, the first world countries, may not even do most of these documents. They may not have to do attestation for most or some of these documents. But for mostly third world countries and mid-income countries, this process is the same. The only difference will be the payments and maybe the ministries and maybe the countries, but the process is almost the same. So just take this as a guide and use it to a country. If there's any difference, you can find that out according to your country. But this is basically based on Ugandan system, and it's the same for East Africa, for African countries and some other Asian countries. The first step is the institutional level attestation. What I mean is where this qualification is coming from. If it's a school, yes, get the first attestation from the school. That's the beginning. If it's a marriage certificate, you have to get this attestation first from the religious council in your country. that's back in your country. Either the church will have its council, a mosque will have its council. Get attestation from that level. That's the first level. It's a basic level to start the process. To prove that they awarded you this qualification or they awarded you that certificate. That's a basic level. It's the institutional level. Second step is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country. They will attest after getting the first attestation from the institution level. They'll say, yes, put a stamp. This is an attested copy of this qualification or this document before you can move on to the next level. At the Ministry of Internal Affairs, you'll have to pay a fee in the bank. I can't remember the fee, but I think it was less than $50, if I can say, or it was less than 150 dirhams. But you can find out itself. Once you pay in the bank, then you'll prove that you have paid. They'll put a stamp saying that this is a verified copy. You can move on to the next level. The third step of this attestation process is with the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates in your country. Attestation at the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates in Uganda will cost you about $40. It's not in dirhams, it's about $40. It could be less or slightly more. It's about 5 years since I last did my attestation, but find out it will be maybe less than $50 you have to pay to get a stamp from the Embassy of the United Arab Emirates in your country. So wherever you are, if you have the embassy or the consulate of the United Arab Emirates, you have to get attestation as a third step. After getting the institution level, Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country, then you get the third one would be the Embassy of United Arab Emirates in your country. The stamp will look like that. The fourth step is to come back to the United Arab Emirates or to Dubai and get attestation from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the United Arab Emirates. That is the final stage and the final stamp that you'll get. This will cost you about 150 dirhams, and once you do it, you get a stamp, shows that now your document is fully attested. It is ready to be presented to any government office, to any institution that requires it. There you have it. That's the process of attesting documents for Dubai and the United Arab Emirates. If you do not have the time, you're too busy with work and you want to get your documents attested, then you can hire some companies. There are companies that can do that on your behalf. But you have to be careful and you have to know that you will pay additional charges for their service on top of the payments that you make at each level. Because they are offering the service, you have to pay for that. Secondly, you need to take time to do your own background check to make sure that you're dealing with a legitimate company. Otherwise, there are chances that you'll be losing money to someone or to a company that is not legitimate, that will not do anything for you. Or they'll keep asking for more money at each stage, and you end up paying a lot of money that you don't have to pay. So do background check and make sure you're dealing with the right company. Pay in an office to make sure you have receipts. In case of anything going wrong, you can take them to court or you can claim that money. There are companies that do attestation for people. I cannot recommend one because I don't want to get into trouble, but do your research, find out the company, do background check, find reviews before you can pay money to them. If you know someone who has done it through a company, then you can use the same company if it was successful. However, there are chances you could get your money scammed. In case you watched till this far, I believe you liked the video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe in case you still hadn't subscribed. If you have any other question, if you need anything else to be clarified, put your comment in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.